Hello there, folks. I'm here with Evelyn of Mighty Boards, and we're going to be talking about 3 excellent-looking games. Where shall we start?
Let's start with Rebirth.
Ooh, yes, go for it.
So Rebirth is a Knizia game. It's a game where you're in a future Scotland that has fallen to ruins, and you as clan leaders are going to be rebuilding your lands.
Okay.
How it plays, it's every time you have like a player stack of tiles, face down, you're going to pick up one of the tiles, and they can be one of 3 things.
Okay.
They can be a settlement, they can be an energy farm, or they can be a food farm.
Okay.
Now on the map, as you can see, for example, this would be food farm signs, this would be settlement signs, and this would be energy farm tiles.
Yep.
Depending on where you place your tile, it's really important because it's a really strategic placement that could score you a lot of points. Because every time you place a tile, you're going to be scoring points. For example, if you manage to make a cluster of yours, you're going to score a lot more than if you place one. Now, what is really important about this game is that you see all these beautiful castles on the map.
Yep.
Every castle is going to score you 5 points at the end of the game. Okay. So you're going to try to keep your dominance around certain castles, because obviously if someone else takes it, you lose 5 points, right? There's also cathedrals, so the yellow spots on the map are where cathedrals go, which means that if you place a tile for the first time next to a yellow spot, you get one of the cards. Those are objective cards. And if you manage to complete them at the end of the game, you score extra points for those.
And they all have different sort of patterns and layouts that you're looking to try and gain.
Exactly. Now, this is the Scotland side. The other side of the board is Ireland, which is a different...
Love it.
Yeah, which is a different game mode.
Yeah.
So what changes there is that instead of private objectives, you have public ones.
Okay.
So it's more of a race. For example, first player to get there will score more points. And also you will have towers that give you special abilities, like for example, you can look at certain tiles or place an extra one. So it adds a little bit more variability to the game as well. So it's 2 to 4 players, plays about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah. Super easy to explain, as you see, but very thinky to play.
And obviously because all the tiles are flipped up and they show different things all the time, you're obviously coming up with different strategies and all that kind of thing. Very Knizia, so
Exactly. Yeah, people seem to like it. So it's also available for demos at UKG. So
brilliant. And then we also have Fateforge as well.
Exactly. So we have Fateforge. Fateforge is actually a game that came out last summer, but here we're showing the new expansion, Kin of the Wild. So the idea of Fateforge is what I call Gloomhaven for working people. So
right. Okay. Yeah.
It's a campaign game that is more accessible. So like usually campaign games take a lot of time and a lot of table space.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we wanted to create one that is actually much more easy to set, like much easier to set up. It all fits into this box, and it plays in sessions of 1 hour. So you can still play 4 hours if you want, but you could just play it like a regular board game.
I like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So the game has a narrative part, a map exploration part, and a combat part. The map exploration is a little bit like macro, so you're really getting to know the city because the game is set in an existing RPG world by Studio Agat. They've been working in this world for 7 years, so there's a lot of detail and lore to work with.
Lots of depth and all that kind of thing, different creatures and characters.
Exactly, so we really wanted people to get to know the game. It is set, the combat is based on the Vengeance combat system, so it's one of our older games.
Right.
Vengeance had a really popular competitive combat system, and we made it cooperative in a fantasy system now. So how it works is that, like a little bit like an RPG, you would have a certain character, right? For example, the mercenary is more like a tank, the rogue is more of a stealth. There's 5 different ones in the base game, so you choose the kind of hero you want, and then you get to upgrade your character with skills, with weapons, with items. How it works is that every hero comes with its own set of dice, and if you roll a die, it's not just like, for example, that a boot is a move and a knife is a hit and a miss is a miss. No, like you can see here with the mercenary, like if she rolls a miss, she could turn this miss into a hit and that hit into a double hit. So rolling a miss might actually be really good for you.
So there's a nice element of sort of mitigation of bad luck and that kind of thing, and changing of tactics as well.
Absolutely.
At the same time.
And also because every hero comes with a skill set of about 24 cards. So you can decide how you
really
build your skill. Exactly. Also because the game has 4 different endings. Let's say you really want to replay the game and you want to keep the same character, you could pick different skills next time you play and have a different experience. Yeah. So it's a cooperative game, so you're going to be working together to fight your way through this. Then you have 96 different enemies in the base game, but we have made it a bit easier because we've color-coded them, which means, for example, the white ones are always going to be creatures, the blue ones are ranged, the red ones are melee, the green ones are blockers, and the purple ones are leaders.
So you can see at a glance what you're coming up against at the time.
Exactly. Now, always you will have to define player order. which means there's always one time when the enemies will react as a surprise. You don't know who or what. And then one time at the end of a round, they will react based on what's on their enemy cards.
Oh, okay.
So there's a little bit of a, you can plan how the combat would go for you, but obviously based on your dice, based on the reactions, based on a smart judge. So yes, this is the second expansion. The first expansion already came out last year, which added another hero, 10 hours of gameplay. This one adds another 10 hours of gameplay and 6 pet companions. So you have playable pets that will fight with you with their own special abilities that can help you.
As someone who is still playing through Frosthaven, this sounds like a very good antidote to that, because I could sit down and play this over the course of a weekend and have just the same fun with it.
I would say so.
But sort of condense that campaign and have a little bit of...
The base game is between 25 to 30 hours. So yes,
okay.
that would be your solution.
Maybe I need to get Fate Forge. Anyway, right, yes, sorry. Before I do some shopping, so if people want to come and play these games, they can come and check it out at your stand and everything.
Yeah, so we're at 3634. So we will have Rebirth, Fate Forge, and also Art Society, if people want to try that one as well. They will also be for sale, so yeah, very welcome to come by.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. That was fantastic. If you want to come and check out more from Mighty Boards, make sure to come and check them out at their stand. Watch our live blog, watch our live stream. We'll be back with another video very, very soon. Bye for now.